and welcome to Pricing College with your hosts Aidan Campbell
and Joanna Wells.
In today's episode, we want to discuss, is there a pricing course at a university that we would recommend?
Okay, I suppose to make it really simple, I would say no, not really. They are lacking when it comes to strategic pricing and revenue management in so many ways, and generally are taught in a very sort of generalist, broad way under marketing, pricing as one of the 4Ps, etc., etc. No detail really is given to, how to integrate a pricing strategy into a particular industry. Very limited case studies, limited understanding of price setting, strategic price setting, and even how to, build an algorithm, how algorithms work with different systems, the benefits of different IT systems, how to even build a business intelligence system. I'd say just generally everything that you kind of want to know, all the questions that somebody's keen on making pricing their career or keen on driving a particular pricing project in the business. You just really won't get those answers from a generic, pricing university course.
Yeah, I think the vast majority of them are as one of the 4Ps of marketing as a subsector. Taught by a marketer or not a marketer, taught by generally an academic or someone like that. And so you'd have to question the validity of what you're being taught. I would say, obviously, we haven't checked the entire market, and I'm sure there are some out there. If there are, reach out to us, shoot us across, and we'll certainly look at them and mention them on blogs, etc. If they're out there. I think what I'd say is it's not surprising. It is not surprising that there aren't that many good courses we'd recommend. Pricing is like marketing in many ways, where experience is very important. Experience and really learning on the job. Pardon me, a bit of a cough, frog in my throat. And so in that context, you really have to know what you're doing. You have to mature, learn different facets of the business, understand customers, understand how a corporation works, understand how you work with different departments, marketing. So you have to know a little bit about everything. You have to know how to fit it all together. And are there great pricers coming out at 21, 22 years old? I'm sure there are, but there are a lot of skills that it takes time to learn. You have to learn what can be done, what can't be done, how certain things have to be done first, many steps, etc. And that takes learning, time, effort, and it is like marketing. One thing I'll say about marketing, I listen to the Neil Patel show, and they often say, would they employ a marketer straight off a college course? And they say, well, not really. They probably just ask someone for practical results, practical evidence of what they have actually done, not textbook learning, but actual, reality.
Yeah, I suppose when we look at how forming teams for different businesses and different industries, we spend a lot of time on that evaluation side of things, like individual evaluation, assessing individual capability with what the organization needs. And, we find there's huge gaps in the talent market for pricing. Even people with pricing experience for dedicated pricing experience for, say, even 20 years, there are gaps there. And look, do we say, is that because of the university course? Or is it because there's, the individual has the gaps attitudinally, they don't want to learn, or maybe they just the ability levels that they just maybe possibly want to learn but can't. So we spend a lot of time looking through, to sort of shrink those gaps in the talent market and also in the business world to find that right team who can really drive strategy. And almost we do a lot of work because there just really isn't the courses out there, and even if they were, are the right people going on them? It's a difficult one to really discuss, but we are finding there definitely are gaps in both areas. And really what we're finding ourselves doing now is, sifting through both and aligning and matching the right people to the right organization to accelerate the ROI from pricing, often that as a result of gaps in the market, lack of knowledge and expertise and skill, both inside the business and in the talent market for pricing.
Yeah, I think pricing, there are good courses out there. There's courses in most countries, that are beneficial. Another thing, I suppose, at Pricing College and Taylor Wells, we are working towards, obviously it's been a bit interrupted by the COVID situation, but masterminds and meetups and those sort of things whereby pricing leaders, people involved in the pricing community, can meet with like-minded individuals. This sounds a bit strange, but can meet with people and discuss the topics of the day, discuss approaches, topics, new ways of doing things, methodology, what works, what doesn't work, changes in the market, all those sort of things. Where there's limited forums for that at the moment. So watch this space on that in that regard.
Yeah, I mean, it was hugely popular before. People have a thirst for knowledge when it comes to, latest pricing strategy, both in the talent market as managers and analysts, and also for firms and businesses that have had their light bulb moment on pricing. They really want to get their hands on the best people, the best teams, best systems and strategies out there. Often because of the lack of structured and good educational programs from universities, a lot of companies have had to resort to consulting based training, and to some degree it's okay, but it's very one-sided. It's sort of based on the consultant's view, and really what benefits them to get the next deal across the line. So what we find, consultants give you so much, but they don't give you the full suite. And if they were to give you the full suite, it's going to cost you in the millions. We would say, that's an inefficient way to get pricing knowledge across and to bridge those gaps that we discussed in the talent and business world. So for this very reason, we find ourselves becoming that connection point for businesses and pricing talent out there, so we can really bridge those gaps and help both individuals and businesses to drive their capability and get the results they need.
Yeah, that's it for me today. Have a great day.
Yeah, thanks a lot.